Joe, it was another tough week for Portage, and we have a lot of things we got to talk about. Tough week against Merrillville, and of course we've got the upcoming game with Crown Point, so it doesn't get any easier. So.
Oh, there's nothing tough about that game at all. The defense looked like horse shit. I mean, Jesus Christ, can anyone else out there make a tackle besides for Roy Woodard? Oh my God, that defensive performance was pathetic. I mean, how many yards rushing did Denzel Pierce end up with?
He had at least over 200 yards.
Okay, and then not to mention, they go to a direct snap offense to Denzel Pierce. Once you guys, okay, you see that once you move up and try to clog those holes a lot quicker, but no, you guys are still back deep. It's freaking stupid. That was the worst defensive performance I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I tell you what, I mean, Merrillville, it was a far cry. I mean, we watched Merrillville play Crown Point the week before that. And Crown Point absolutely shut down Denzel Pierce.
Absolutely.
I mean, they committed to stopping that run game. In the end, Merrillville completed a few long passes, but Crown Point made a commitment that they were not going to let Denzel Pierce beat them, and they didn't. Portage, they didn't make a commitment either way. They didn't make a commitment that, okay, if Merrillville's going to beat us, Popovich is going to have to throw the ball to beat us. They didn't, put enough guys in the box to completely shut down Pierce to make Merrillville one-dimensional. They didn't do it. So that's one of the first problems that I noticed. But I give Merrillville some credit because I think their game plan coming into this game was a lot better.
Absolutely. I mean, the week before that we saw Popovich stand in the pocket and he just got killed, literally. You just stand there from the shotgun, take the snap, bam, getting killed by those linebackers, those linemen from Crown Point. This week, you saw them move the pocket a little bit. Use that to his speed, his athleticism to their ability. So that was a great move on the Merrillville coaching staff.
Yeah, but I mean, to be positive, Portage's first couple drives of the game, we give them some credit. They came out with a couple new formations. And I think they came out with a game plan that Merrillville wasn't quite ready for.
Yeah, it was great play calling. I believe they were mixing it up. Pretty good with the run and the pass.
First couple drives of the game.
And then what happened? I mean, absolutely, it just turned to crap.
Yeah, but I mean, they came out in a double tight switch. The first play of the game, play action. They hit Coleman on a deep post, which is a great call because I think Merrillville came out expecting Portage to pound the football, and it worked. And then they were able to put up a couple scores. They got a couple of defensive stops. They got some help from some penalties, but they're able to get a couple stops. Then they go back down the field and they score on that draw play, that counter draw play. That's how they scored the second touchdown.
Yeah, and I believe he saw a great success out of that the past 2 weeks. That's what they scored against Lake Central and then the big play against Merrillville. And I think he saw, wow, we're getting some great success. And third and long, it seems like every single time they'd go to that play. Every time. Or they'd call some kind of play action. Like, are you kidding me? It's third and long. Who's going to fall for a play action on third and long?
And then second quarter, it was about 3rd and 12, and they called a jet sweep.
Pathetic.
That's not okay. Now there was another third down. It was like 3rd and 15. They threw like an intermediate pass. They didn't get the first down, but at least they got about 10 yards out of it, and they reversed field position. Okay, I mean that's a much better chance of success than running some kind of jet sweep there. But anyway, obviously Merrillville comes back. They tie the ball game up. Portage can't move the ball. They punt. Merrillville comes down. They score a late touchdown.
28 unanswered points. 28 unanswered.
They were up 20. They were up 21 to 14 at half, and then it was 28 to 14. Portage comes out, and it was kind of Merrillville hadn't caught on to that counter draw play. Portage scored again on that play. It was another 3rd and long. It was like 3rd and 10. They did that counter draw. It ran like 45 yards for a touchdown. But then it just seemed like Portage went to the well too many times.
Yeah, where's the short passing game? Where's that offense we saw in that scrimmage game against Munster? That offense looked dynamic. It looked scary. That offense looked very, very good. We haven't seen that at all. I mean, why abandon the pass? All you do is sit there and run. You try to run up the middle, it's getting killed, and you keep doing it. You go back to it. It's the 4th quarter. You're down by 2 scores with 5 minutes left. Hey, what's a good idea? Let's hand the ball up the middle to freaking Jake Dixon. It's freaking stupid. Oh my God.
If you look at when Portage was converted, they had a couple of like 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 plays, and they threw some short passes to Coleman, and they were able to get the first down doing that. I mean, they can get a pretty nice short passing game going. Not everything has to be deep. you know, obviously they have some players that can make some plays underneath.
Yeah, but apparently they just don't know how to use those players.
And now, you know, the end of the game. I mean, yeah, you know, pounding the football at Dixon. You know, you're not going to make your living running Dixon between the tackles 20 times a game. And you know, a newsflash, you know, they're playing a much better defense this week. Crown Point's defense against the run is a hell of a lot better than Merrillville's. So, you know, if they think they're going to have a lot of success pounding the football against this team, I mean, you know, they're sadly mistaken. It's not going to happen.
No way.
If you look at what Crown Point's weakness was, I mean, when we watched them play in week 3, what was their big weakness? It was the secondary.
Yeah, I mean, Merrillville, when they came back on that last drive, Crown Point had no answer for Portage's pass game. And I believe Portage's pass game was a lot better because of the targets that they had. But honestly, I don't think we're going to see that. I mean, I think we're going to see the same old offense we've been seeing for the past few weeks, and that's just try to rely on Dixon and try to break a big run.
It's kind of, they're reverting back to what they were doing last year. This is pretty much what we saw last season.
It's pretty much, I swear, I saw Mark Peterson in the booth calling plays.
I don't know. I don't know, but my question is, do they not have any kind of confidence in Houston? Do they think that Houston can't get the job done throwing the football? If that's the case, then get them out of there. If they don't think Houston can throw the ball down the field with any success, if they don't have any confidence in them, then take them out.
If Portage is going anywhere this year, it's going to be because of a strong pass game.
They have to throw the ball. I mean, they have the weapons to do it, but not only that, they're facing some defenses that are really strong against the run.
Load up against the run, absolutely. The next couple weeks, they got Crown Point Friday night, Chesterton, who loads up against the run, and then, well, they got Michigan State, but no one cares. But then Valpo, they can gear up against anything. They'll kill you.
Well, I mean, they killed Penn's run game, they killed Griffith's run game. Portage isn't going to have a lot of success against that.
Our offensive line is not a very good run blocking line.
No.
It's about an average offensive line at best. And I believe you got to spread this team out, spread the defenses out, go 4 wide, spread them out, and then you'll see some run lanes open up when you got the 4 wide. Use the short intermediate passes like we saw against Munster. Where is that offense at? That's the offense I've been wanting to see all season.
I don't know. They're not balanced enough. I mean, they're just too run heavy, and defenses are gearing up to stop it. If Portage was a lot more balanced, if they started getting the short passing game going, then yeah, you're right. You would see a lot of run lanes open up. You'd see a lot more success in the running game. But Portage isn't willing to come out and throw the football, and that's why they're not having enough success offensively.
Keys to success to this ball game here against Crown Point. How is Portage going to win this ball game?
First of all, as we were talking about, you said Portage made some changes defensively, and some of those changes seem to make some sense because you said, move Garrett Austin back to linebacker. They desperately need some size, at the linebacker position because, Crown Point's going to come out pounding the football at them. I got to believe that, Crown Point saw something, and what Pierce was able to do against them. Crown Point's got a much better offensive line. They're going to come out and try to run the ball down Portage's throat. So Portage needs to really gear up, bust out that 46 defense again like he did against St. Rita, because they need to commit to, trying to shut down Crown Point's run game and force Hopman to, complete some passes through the air. That's how Portage's defense can keep winning the game.
And I believe defensively, stick Jake Dixon on Austin Atherton all night long.
And don't play 10, 12 yards off of him. Dixon can guard his man up, play him, 4 or 5 yards off him and just let him go at it, Let Atherton try to do something on Dixon Island,
that's probably not going to happen. Let's go to the key matchups here. Portage versus Crown Point. Offensively, Portage, they have the ability to be the best offense that I've ever seen in the high school team.
Let me say one thing, okay? When we're talking offense, Portage struggled to beat Lake Central. They didn't come back in the game to beat Lake Central. They didn't do it in overtime. Crown Point put up over 40 points on Lake Central defense last
year. Let me
year.
get my goddamn keys to success.
Okay.
This is my damn matchup here.
Okay.
Portage has the ability to be the best offense, but ability and actually, letting the kids deal with it is one thing. Crown Point, they're a well-balanced team, great bootlegs. Crown Point gets the edge on offense. Defense, Portage, they look atrocious against the Pirates. And Crown Point, so far, they've been the best defense I've seen all year. Besides for St. Rita, but they don't count. So, edge goes to Crown Point defense. Special teams. Portage special teams, I really love their kick coverage. They got great kick coverage and explosive return men. And I give Portage big edge on special teams. Intangibles. Let's go to the intangibles here. You know what? I had all the faith in the world in Coach Flowers. You know, I was like, wow, yes, he's using this great talent that we have here at Portage. We have an unbelievable amount of skill position players, and he's using them. But he's not. It comes this season, doesn't use them at all. What's going to win the game here for Crown Point? Coaching is going to win this game. Chip Pettit is one hell of a coach, and he's going to out-coach Portage come Friday night. 24-7 Crown Point win.
Tell you what, unfortunately, I don't think Coach Flowers can outduel him. I don't think he can outsmart him in this game. And plus, Crown Point's playing at home. Portage doesn't fare very well down there.
They haven't won there since 2003.
Yeah, so I don't have a lot of confidence that Portage can go down there and win. You know, if they can change some things up, if they can get some big plays early in the game, maybe try to put Crown Point behind the 8 ball a little bit, that's the only chance I see.
I'm praying that I'm really hoping that I'm wrong on this prediction, but you know what? That's the way it's going to look Friday night. I got a strong belief.
You got to go with what you've seen. I mean, what we've seen so far, I just don't see a lot of promise right now. And Portage, you know, they're going to change some things around. You know, let's see if they can have some more big plays out of the passing game, because that's the only way I think Portage can win this game.
All right, let's go Big Red.